Welcome to Real Estate in Real Time. I'm your host, Woody Zimmerman, here with Mark Skabowski of RE/MAX Lakes, and welcome to the show.
Here we are. Good morning.
Yep, here we are. Good morning. It is springtime.
Holy moly, it's been nice.
Yes, it has been
Cannot
nice.
complain.
Yeah, that's the thing. When the weather turns, people like to get outside and
Yes.
enjoy. I've been doing walks almost every night, except on those rainy nights that we've
Yeah.
had. We've had some of those rainy nights, but for the most part, I've been able to do walks with the dogs each and every night. You're seeing tons of people. You're seeing kids that are congregating and walking in groups, and just activity is all over the place.
It is nuts. And, I run my dog on the trails. So if anybody's out there and see that big fat guy with the Brittany Spaniel dragging him along, that would be me. And he looks like he's about ready to have a heart attack. That would be me. But I got to tell you, the last couple of weekends, during the week, even after work, the number of people walking dogs, just out for walks, kids walking, all of that stuff really tells you how great our community really is. That Greenway, whoever thought of that, whoever suggested that we do that. So you've got the Greenway leading to the village, and then the trails, the bike trails. I'm not a trail runner, but you see people on bikes and stuff. It's great this time of year to see people finally getting out. Add to it where we've been cooped up with COVID for a long time. I think people are just released. My dog, every time she sees somebody, she decides to run faster to catch up with them and pass them.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm in heart attack mode at that point because she's making me run a lot faster than I would like to run. But no, it is great. Activity is picked up. As far as being out there on the trails, just around town, people's demeanors change. As the sunlight comes, it's much better. Mm-hmm. we're doing much better nowadays. So.
Yes, puts everybody in a good mood, and just like I said, more activity. And I know that with the real estate market, there would be tons and tons and tons of activity, but I think we're still in this inventory crunch.
Oh my gosh, we're still in inventory crunch. So I just thought, let me check some numbers and see where it is. We do our report, our historical report, what's happening, but real time, what's going on today. So as of today, 132 active, contingent, or pending homes in the entire county.
What? Okay. So
I don't know what the numbers normally are, but they're not that low.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I can say that emphatically.
Okay. All right.
They are not that low. 132. And of those 132, 64 have already accepted offers.
Wow. Man.
64
that's
of 132
right.
have already accepted offers on them.
Yeah.
So that means there's a whole 68 homes available for anybody to buy throughout the county.
And that's not much at all.
That is not much at all. When you talk, inventory shortage, definitely. 68 homes are out there and on the market. And of those 68, only 49 are non-lake.
Oh, really? Okay.
So for the traditional, so when I pull this data out of the MLS, I can sort it by this, that, or the other thing. So anything that had water name with it, I sort it out. And so of that, that means that for the typical residential buyer, there are currently 49 homes available for you to choose from.
That is not much at all.
That is not much at all. Now let me give you the price breakdown of those. 5 are under 100,000. Only 5 of that are under 100,000.
Yeah, your typical starter home.
What we used to call a starter home.
Right, true.
Right,
true.
what we used to call a starter home. So, and I don't want this to be a downer for anybody that's, hey, I can only afford a $100,000 house. Well, what it tells you is your choices are going to be extremely limited, and you need to be decisive, all the things we're going to talk about. You can't wait, because they'll be gone.
Yeah, they will.
So there's 5 homes that are under 100,000 that are currently active and available to buyers on the market.
Wow.
There's only 14 between 100 and 200,000.
Man.
Only 14 homes available. Now I can tell you as an agent, when I start to work with a client, I set them up on a search out of the MLS. As soon as something hits the market, they get an email. So my email will fill up as a new listing hits the market that I've got clients that are searching for.
Mm-hmm.
So if you came to me, Woody, and said, Mark, I'm looking for a home, $150,000, I want to be in, Kosciuszko County somewhere.
Yeah, right.
So I would set up a search. I'd say, okay, Woody's looking, we want to be between 100 and 200,000. And, in Kosciuszko County, send me all the listings. So right now, there would be 14 listings that you would get. That's it. And they're anywhere throughout the county.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is, the southern border, all
right.
of Syracuse. I mean, you've got, in east and west, that's all we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So my email fills up because I have numerous people. There was a lake home that came on that was listed at $380,000. How do I know? It was our listing.
Okay.
It went out to 15 people that I have actively searching for me.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah.
That's not all the other agents.
Right.
So now, are they interested or not? Who knows? Who the heck knows? I mean, I showed it to one of those 15.
Okay.
Right? So these are people that we have searches set up. Maybe they're no longer actively looking. Who knows? But I do have a search set for them, and it went to 15 people.
Wow.
Okay, so 14 homes between 100 and 200,000 on the market. And when we come back from the break, we'll share the rest of the numbers. Is it that
time for the break?
It is that time already.
Okay. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Real Estate in Real Time. Welcome back to Real Estate in Real Time. I'm your host, Woody Zimmerman, here with Mark Skabowski of RE/MAX Lakes, and we're just talking about the very, very limited amount of inventory that's on the market right now. And you went over non-lake homes right now, currently available, only 49 out there. 5 of them are under $100,000. 14 of them are between $100,000 and $200,000.
And now the price is just going up.
Yeah, right.
And that where it all goes back to that inventory and affordability that we've been talking about and preaching all of this time. Prices are increasing. So there are 10 available between 200 and 300,000. Mm-hmm. Only 10 homes available in the entire county. 13 are between 300 and 400,000. Now that is not your typical starter home.
Yeah, no.
Right? It is not.
Right.
And before we came on, we were talking about some of the neighborhoods and the new construction and how they filled up, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. That we're finally starting to see some inventory come on.
Sure.
Builders are beginning to build. The bad thing for buyers is they're not building $150,000, $200,000 houses. They are 300 plus houses, 300,000 and up homes, or upper twos into the threes. Now, it's amazing to me that, we're looking at starter homes that are 200,000, and we're looking at move-up homes that are closer to 300,000. Again, I'm just showing my age, I guess. I'm showing that old guy thing, that conservatism that, well, that's crazy. Why would you pay $300,000 for a house? If you're looking to buy, that's what you're probably going to have to pay. So of those 49 homes, when I pulled the average, now again, it's a really small sample size. It's only 50 houses.
Yeah.
The average sales price was or list price was $300,000.
Yeah.
And if you look at these numbers, it plays it out. We had 14 that were between 100 and 200. We have 13 that are within 300 to 400,000.
Right.
And then there were 7 that are greater than 400,000.
Wow.
So of the 49 homes that are currently available, there are only 10 that are in the classic, family style home that we would think of, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, maybe 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. In and around the area, there's 10 for the average consumer. Because what are most people looking to buy? 200 to 300. I mean, there's many buyers in that price range. So it's just crazy. So inventory is definitely a challenge. And if you're thinking about buying, don't be thinking, deciding, I am going to buy.
It's go time.
It's a mindset.
Yeah.
I am going to buy.
Right.
That's what you have to be. If you're thinking, well, let's just go take a look and see what it looks like. Well, I get that. And I mean, you have to go through that process. I understand it. I'm not saying, hey, if you call Mark, if you're not ready to buy, don't call me. I'm not saying that because hopefully I can educate you as you go along the way. But typically, by the time somebody has went to a lender, got pre-approved, they've evaluated their why, they've decided, hey, I need to buy something, and here's why, they're ready to go. Well, now my job is to coach you up on how we're going to win. And win means win the bidding war
Right.
that is probably going to be on that property.
Yeah, because with so few in the inventory
Yeah.
right now, I mean, those multiple offers are still coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I've got people that call me all the time and, hey, do you want me to set you up on a search? No, I don't want to be on a search. But if something comes up, call me.
Okay.
If something comes up, call me. You know, I'm not saying I've got any loss of memory, but my memory's not as good as what it used to be.
Right.
And when I've got so many people that I talk to throughout the day to remember,
Yeah.
I mean, I've started a list. Because I'm like, I don't want to disappoint these folks, but good Lord.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember what every individual that I've talked to on the phone today is looking for. So let me set a search up for you. If you're looking to buy, have an agent set a search up for you so you get an email as soon as that property hits the market.
Well, you know, if you did call them up and said, hey, I think I might have found one for you, then they're going to say, well, then send me the listing.
Right.
Well, if you set them up on a
Right.
search, they're going to get the listing.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So you definitely need to be ready to go. It's not a time for hesitancy.
Mhm.
Let's put it that way. You need to be ready to go. And all the things we've talked about, and we'll talk about again,
Yeah.
be ready to buy.
Well, you always say put your best foot forward
Yeah.
in this market.
Yes.
In this market,
Yes.
you got to put your best foot forward and show the seller that you
Yeah.
are serious about buying their property.
Absolutely. That pre-approval is critical. Having your pre-approval is critical because remember, you're in a competitive environment for most of these homes to buy. So think about it. If you're the seller and you get two offers and one has a pre-approval and one does not, if they're exactly the same, which one are you likely to take?
The pre-approved, because you know it's going
You
to.
know that they're good.
Yeah, you know it's going to go through.
You know, I mean, it just flabbergasts me when people say, well, I don't want to have a pre-approved, let's submit an offer. In fact, I talked to a loan officer the other day because they were a little slow on the draw getting a pre-approval out for somebody, and they said, well, you should just submit without it. I said, do I tell you how to do loans?
Right.
Don't tell me how to submit an offer. I'm trying to advise these people so we win.
Yeah.
I don't want to be not accepted because we didn't have a pre-approval. I mean,
Mhm.
and they understood, and I work with this loan officer all the time, so I can have that discussion, that honest and frank discussion. You know what? Get off the stick, get them their pre-approval,
Right.
because these folks want to write an offer, and I don't want them to miss because we didn't have that that pre-approval in hand. I'm trying to eliminate all the potential things. I'm advising the client to do the best thing as far as writing an offer goes. Having that pre-approval is one of those things that we just absolutely have to have if we're going to submit an offer.
Yeah, it's going to help you win, and ultimately that's what you want to do.
Absolutely.
That's the end game.
If you want to purchase that home, that is winning to me.
Yeah.
We need to be positioned correctly in order to do that.
All right, very good information.
It's craziness.
Hopefully we get more inventory here soon.
Right.
But yeah, very good information for sure. So, all right, Mark, we're just about out of time. So your contact information?
Sure. The website's lakes-realtors.com. Phone number is 574-834-1233. Hopefully I'll get this uploaded to YouTube this week if I'm not out trying to get some inventory.
Yeah, right.
So we can get that on the market.
Awesome. All right, sounds good. You've been listening to Real Estate in Real Time. Happy hunting out there. And yeah, there you go. Have a wonderful weekend.